Hey friends, welcome back to another Merle on Time. Today I've got a different video. It is a life hack, a watch hack. It is how to set your watch that doesn't hack. Stay tuned. So thanks for tuning in to another Merle on Time, everybody. Just a bit of a different video. Do you have a watch that is an automatic watch or a mechanical hand wind watch that doesn't hack so that you can set the time? I know that automatic watches don't necessarily stay in sync with the atomic clock or with your iPhone as a result of being plus or minus whatever seconds per day that the watch is rated at. But I just want it to be able to set my watch to the exact time and let the automatic thing do what it's going to do, whether it's slow or fast. And using an app called Watch Tracker, you're able to do just that. You can set the watch that you have that doesn't hack precisely to your iPhone or the atomic clock. And in today's video, I am going to show you how. And I'm going to highlight this Watch Tracker app as well. It's pretty cool. I've been using it now for several months. I gotta give a shout out to my friend WatchWit over at his channel. He's the one that put me on to this app, as I don't have a time grapher. This app will enable you to time your automatic watches to determine how fast or slow they are going. And I'm going to show you about that today. So let's turn the camera around and I'll show you how to set your watch that doesn't hack when you pull the crown. Okay guys, so for the purposes of this video, I'm only going to be showing you the procedure to set up your watches on Watch Tracker using my Seiko watch. I will sync these two watches off camera and then we'll just show you all of the watches together so that you can see that they are pretty well in sync. Now the one thing that you will have to do is you will have to know what way to turn your crown to move the time forward. Now on this Seiko, I know my crown turns clockwise to advance the time, but on this one, which has a Miyota 8000 series movement, I got to turn it counterclockwise, and it's important to know that, and you'll see that in just a minute. So the Watch Tracker app, again, WatchWit put me onto this, and so when you open it up the first time, you can go to settings and features and then atomic clock. Now if it's not there, you just hit the update button and it'll pop up there, and this is what we're going to use to sync the watch to the second so you can see the running seconds there. But what we can do, what we're going to do is just set these other watches to the side. So we're going to add a new watch and click on the new watch, and you can edit the watch information. And so I'm going to edit the name and we'll call this Seiko. Oh, Shrek thumbs. Or Shrek fingers. So we'll just call this Seiko. Saijo? Yeah, those are the Shrek thumbs. Okay, that's what we'll do. And then you can also take a picture of your watch, and so we'll just do that here. Ooh, look at that. Bam. Okay. So you can take a picture of the watch, and we'll just click on Use Photo. So now basically what we want to do is go back to the settings and features and to the atomic clock, and you can see that on the Seiko it has stopped at about 25 seconds. So I'm going to pull the crown out, and when the atomic clock reaches 25 seconds, which is happening, I can see from my phone, in about 20 seconds or 15 seconds or so, I'm going to start moving the time forward on this watch, and you'll see as soon as I start to do that, that the seconds handle move. So I'm going to wait until the atomic clock hits 25 seconds, and then I'm going to start winding the time forward, and that's now. So you can see that the seconds hand has started to move on the Seiko. And I'm just going to advance it to, there we go. It's switched the time. Now, it is just after 9:30 my time, so I'm going to go to the 9:30 position. But before we get to that, what I'm going to do is just show you on the atomic clock. It is pretty much in sync, almost perfectly there. See that? Awesome. So now that we've got the seconds synced up, I'm just going to give the watch a little bit of a shake. This isn't a winding movement, so I should say the crown doesn't wind this movement. It isn't self-winding as you wear it, obviously. And just get that some juice. Now what you want to do is then use the atomic clock again, and we're coming on to 9:32. So I want to turn the minute hand, and I want to turn it to the 32 slowly, because I want it to say 32 once the seconds hand reaches the 12. So we're going to do that, and it's getting close. There's 31, and I'm going to put it to 32 right now. Bam. All right, look at that. 9:32 a.m. And check out the seconds hand with the atomic clock there. It's running pretty well bang on. Might be off a hair or two, but that is awesome. Look at that. So now I can push the crown back in, pull it out to the first position, set my day and date, and this watch is good to go. So that's how easy it is, guys, to set your watch that doesn't hack when it lands on, you know, one of the other areas on the watch. You saw mine, my seconds hand died on the 25-second mark, and so I used the feature on the app Watch Tracker. Now if you don't want to use the app, you can just go to a website called time.is, and you can use the clock that appears there for your time zone. And again, have a look at that. Mine is almost lined up perfectly with that. So awesome. Now the good thing about the Watch Tracker app now, and I just want to show you this feature, is you can now go back to where you added your phone. Now that I've set the time for my Seijo, I'm going to click on that timing run, and I'm going to add a data point. And what this does is it asks you to tap there when your watch has reached the time 9:33 and 30 seconds. So I'm going to advance this to 50 seconds just to show you, give me enough time to get ready for it. And so when my seconds hand reaches 9:33 and 50 seconds, I'm going to tap there, and that's going to start my data point. So I'm just going to watch it here, and bam. So you can see I'm offset plus 0.0 seconds. So that begins my timing run, and in 12 hours when I want to add another data point, it's going to do the same thing, ask me to hit that when my watch reaches the times and seconds, and it will tell me how fast or how slow my watch is running based on the data point that I enter. It's that easy, guys. It is that easy. I'm going to set the time doing the same thing with these watches, and then I'll show you the watches up close, and you'll see that they're synced up pretty nicely together. So off camera, I set the time for this one using the exact same procedure, and you can see that these two watches are now pretty well perfectly in sync with one another. Okay, and here is the San Martin. Now the running seconds is on that 9 o'clock subdial, and you can see that it is covered by, right now because of the time, by the hour and the minute hand, but you can see that seconds hand passing the 45-second mark right now, and it is in line with the atomic clock. It is in sync with this watch almost perfectly now. So guys, it's that easy. That is how you set your watch that you have that is a mechanical hand wind like this one, or a non-hacking automatic like this one in my Seiko. That is how you set your watches in sync perfectly with your iPhone or your atomic clock using the Watch Tracker app, Or as I mentioned, if you didn't want to go ahead and purchase that, you can use time.is, and you can now sync your watches perfectly with the atomic clock. It's that easy. Not sure if I mentioned this already, but I gotta say thanks to my pal WatchWit. Go check out his channel. Has an awesome channel, and subscribe to it. He's the one that put me onto the app Watch Tracker. I am not 100% certain that you can get this app on an Android device. It's certainly available on iPhones. And if you don't have a time grapher, it is an awesome way to determine whether or not your movement is running fast or slow, and exactly how fast or slow it is running when you add entry points onto the Watch Tracker app after you add your watch. And with that little hack that I just showed you, even if you have a movement that isn't hacking and you can't set it precisely, I just showed you how to do that. And so just a little life hack, and something I noticed and figured out along the way. Hopefully that helps you out. Let me know in the comments below what you thought of this one. Just a bit of a how-to video, if you will. And remember, whenever you leave your house, you must have a great looking piece to wear on your wrist, like this Seiko Patty Divers Quartz Solar Watch. Oh, it is so beautiful. I'm so excited about this watch. And remember, wherever you're going, get there on time. God bless, guys. See you in the next one.